Hi boys and girls. I'm recording this video today from our classroom and I'm at my teacher desk. So I'm kind of in my own little teacher corner over here, recording you from my desk area. So today is going to be our very first math curriculum lesson. So this is week 2, day 1 for math. And our math videos, how it's going to work is you're going to watch this video up into a certain point. I kind of explained this before. There is a really awesome teacher named Mrs. Arwood, and she does a lot of really cool videos online. And she does math videos online. And she has little manipulatives that she moves around, and she makes a video for every single math lesson. And we watch her videos a lot because they're really easy to watch and they're really awesome. So what you're going to do is I'm going to do an introduction to each lesson every day, do a little activity or game with you, practice our application problem in our workbook, and then you're going to pause the video. You're going to go and watch Mrs. Arwood's video, and then you're going to come back and I'm going to work on the problem set pages with you. So for math, I explained our materials in our material overview video. I will have a link to that in the virtual schedule if you need a little more in-depth explanation, but you have 2 math books. This is your Learn book. It says Learn at the top and there's blue at the bottom. So this is our blue Learn book, and this is the book that we will work with every single day. For each lesson, there is an application problem page and there is a problem set page for every single lesson in this book. This is something that is a must do. We will do it every day to practice our concept. Now, some of these pages in our Learn book, it might be easy and it might go by really quick, and that's okay. Our Succeed book has red on it. So this is our Red Succeed book. And in our Red Succeed book, there is a homework helper page and a homework page for every lesson. This is kind of a may-do activity. You may work on those homework pages if you would like. Maybe you are really getting a concept and it's easy for you and you think, yeah, I can do this homework page in no time at all. So you might work on that homework page. Or you might be struggling with a concept. Maybe it's difficult for you. So you want to do the homework page to help. There might be a time when I'm meeting with you in a small group setting and I might say, hey, let's do this page together from our homework book. So there's a lot of different ways that we might be using those pages, but it's kind of up to you whether you want to do that extra homework page. So Learn is a must do. Succeed is a may do. If you are working through our schedule for the day and you need something else to do, you want something else to work on, pick that lessons page from our Succeed book and do that homework page. That is a-okay. So friends, today is lesson 1. So this is lesson 1 of our math program. The first thing that you're going to need to do is open up your Learn book, and right in the front cover you have a left-hand mat. I don't have one in mine because I didn't have an extra copy of it, but this is what it looks like. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your left-hand mat and you're going to put it down in front of you, and you're going to need some cubes too. So I gave you cubes. If you need to get your materials, go ahead and pause this video and get them. If you have everything, we're going to play a quick counting game, okay? So you're going to have your left-hand mat right in front of you. I have mine right in front of you. And I want you to point to the pinky on your hand. Point to the pinky. Now go to the next finger. They call that the ring finger. Now the next finger. That's the middle finger. Now the next finger. That's your pointer finger. And your last finger is your thumb, right? So we start with our pinky. Then we go to the ring finger, then the middle finger, then the pointer finger, then the thumb. So how many fingers are on our left-hand mat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are right. I want you to take one cube and put it on your pinky. In math, we like to count with our pinkies when we count with our hands. It's kind of a special math way to count. Friends, how many cubes are on your hand right now? 1. Very good. Put one more cube on the next finger. Friends, how many cubes are on your hand now? 2. Put one more cube on your hand. How many cubes are on your hand now? 1, 2, 3. Very good. Put one more cube on your hand. How many cubes, friends, are on your hand now? Did you say 4? Very good. Put your last cube on your hand. You should be putting it on your thumb now. How many cubes do you have on your mat now? 5. And now our whole hand is covered because there's 5 fingers and 5 cubes on our mat. So we have 5. If we take one away, then we have 4. If we take another one away, how many do we have now? 3. Very good. If you take another one away, how many do you have now? 2. If you take another one away, how many are there? 1. And if you take that one away, how many are on your hand now? 0. We don't have any on our hand. Very good. All right, my friends. I would like you to now go ahead and get your Learn book. Today's lesson, we are going to do our application problem next. And today's lesson talks about things that are exactly the same and not exactly the same. So there's some practice with exactly the same and not exactly the same. So in our blue Learn book, I want you to go ahead and flip it open to page, it's the first page, it's page 3. And there's a big empty box. And the directions say, draw a sock. I would like you to draw a blue sock. Does everybody know what a sock looks like? I hope so. If you need to look at a sock, I don't have a sock to show you, I'm sorry. But if you need to look at a sock, maybe you can go grab one from your bedroom. So I know socks go on feet, and so I know the shape of feet. So I'm going to draw a sock with my pencil. Remember, we always use our pencil. So I'm going to draw a sock. Here is my sock. Now, is my sock perfect? No way. But did I try my best? Yes, I did. So that's all that matters. Now, you can decorate your sock however you want. I think I'm going to make a little spot for the toe and the heel. Have you ever seen socks that have a different color on the toe part and then a different color on the heel part? Very good. And you can make your sock whatever color you would like. So go ahead and you can color your sock however you want. You can decorate your sock however you want, but you're just drawing one sock. Now, friends, in our video today, you might want to pause this video and go ahead and you can finish your sock. In our video today, we're going to be talking about Mrs. Arwood really explained some stuff that is exactly the same and not exactly the same. And she uses a lot of socks. Now, I don't have a bunch of socks to show you, but I have some things that are not socks that I can talk to you about. So I have these 2 squares. Do you see these 2 squares? Are these exactly the same or not exactly the same? These 2 squares are exactly the same. They're the same size, they're the same color, they're the same shape. So we have a lot of things the same on both of these. So these are exactly the same. I'm going to show you something else. I have 2 dry erase markers. Are these exactly the same or not exactly the same? Now, even though these are markers, are they the same color? No. So these are not exactly the same. One is red and one is green. Even though they look the same, they are the same brand of marker, they're the same size, the same shape, they are not the same color. So they are not exactly the same. For something to be exactly the same, it has to be the same size, the same shape, the same color. It has to look exactly the same. What about my two stars? Are these exactly the same or not exactly the same? These would be exactly the same. They are the same size, the same shape, and the same color. They look exactly the same. What if I held up a rainbow and a dog? Are these exactly the same or not exactly the same? You got it. These are not exactly the same. One is a rainbow and one is a dog. Sure, they might have similar colors. There's red in this and there's red in this one, but they are not the same size. They are not the same shape. They aren't even the same thing, right? These are very different. They are not exactly the same. If I were to hold up this notebook and the star, are these the same or are these not exactly the same? No, 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 not exactly the same. One is a star, one is a square notebook. So these are not exactly the same. They're not the same colors, the same sizes, or the same shapes. Okay, my friends. So in the video with Mrs. Arwood today, we are going to be talking about things that are exactly the same and things that are not exactly the same. What I want you to do right now is I want you to go ahead and pause this video right now, and you are going to go back to our virtual calendar and you're going to click the video for lesson 1. So you're going to click Mrs. Arwood's video that I have posted on there for math, and you're going to watch that. Then you're going to come back to this video and we are going to work on our workbook page together. Okay? So go ahead and pause. Okay. So you have watched Mrs. Arwood's video now and you have practiced that concept a little bit more. Exactly the same and not exactly the same. We drew our sock and we talked a little bit about that. Go ahead and flip the page over to page 5 now. So we are in page 5 of our Learn workbook. So page 5, and there's animals on this page. Do you see all the different animals? The directions say to find the animals that are exactly the same and draw a line to connect them. Then you will find the animals that are not exactly the same and draw a line to connect them. The first example is done for you. There is a bird on this side and a bird on this side, and they are exactly the same. Those birds are the same size, the same color, the same shape, the same thing. It is a bird. So those birds look exactly the same. Now, friends, before we begin, there is a line for your name at the top. So remember, the first thing I do is always the same. I pick up my pencil and write my name. Go ahead and write your name at the top. So underneath the bird, we have a squirrel. Can you see another squirrel on the page somewhere? There's another squirrel over here, right? Do these squirrels look exactly the same? They do look exactly the same, right? I want you to go ahead. They are the same size. They're the same color. They look exactly the same. Take your pencil and draw a line. You can use a ruler if you want. You don't have to use a ruler. You're going to draw a line from one squirrel to the next squirrel. So you're going to make your line just like that. Next up is a little bunny. Now, this looks like a baby bunny. Can you see another bunny on the page? Right up here, right, we have a big bunny. So one is a baby and one is a big bunny, right? So they are not exactly the same, but they are both still bunnies. And we are still going to connect the objects that are not exactly the same. So you are going to draw a line from the baby bunny all the way up to the big bunny. Up next is the skunk, and we have a big skunk over here. Can you find another skunk on the page? Right here, right? This is a baby skunk over here, and this is a big grown-up skunk. Now, are these exactly the same? No, right? Even though they have the same color and they're the same thing, they're different sizes. So they are not exactly the same, but we are still going to connect them with a line. So go ahead and make a line from the big mommy skunk to the little baby skunk. Last up, we have a dog on one side. Do you see another dog on the other side? Yes, perfect. So are these dogs exactly the same or not exactly the same? These dogs look exactly the same, right? They are both the same size, same color, same animal. So you're going to draw a line from one dog to the other dog. So you should have all your animals connected now. And that is our workbook page for today. That's our problem set workbook. Now, if you really got this concept and you thought, that was kind of easy, maybe you want to look at your Succeed book and you want to go ahead to page 3. There is a homework helper page on page 3. And then the next page, page 5, has an activity. You're coloring items exactly the same. So you're going to color the things that are exactly the same in the picture. So you're going to have to use your eyes to really be looking good in that picture. You might choose to work on those activities right now, okay? Also, if you need something else to do during this time, don't forget that there is a math activity choice board in your bee binder. So there is a math daily choice activity board. You can choose an activity from this board to do during this math time as well, if you would like. If you don't want to, that's okay. Sometimes watching these videos and working on a workbook is enough. And there are a lot of times in school when we're in the classroom together, there are a lot of times that we do our problem set page and our application problem, but you just take the homework page home. You don't have to do it. So again, the homework page is just an extra thing that you can do. Okay, friends? Well, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this.